Hello, everyone. Hi. So I am Megha Kapoor, the editor of the International Watercolor Society magazine, and a very, very important event happened in the IWS recently, which was named as the Ibero-America on the special day of the World Watercolor Day. Okay, so today we have with us the Vice President of the International Watercolor Society Globe. She is also the leader of the IWS Mexico and the organizer of this very special event. Hello, Tere Lojero. Hi.
Hi, Megha. Hi. Thank you for introducing me and for wanted to know how this event runs.
Yeah. I mean, the name of the event itself is very, very special for me. So can you please explain why did you named it as the Ibero America?
Yes, well, let's talk about our countries in America. Our countries in America are known all around the world as Latin American countries. But Iberoamerica links these countries to those countries that conquered us a long time ago, Portugal and Spain. These countries conquered us, yes, of course, but right now in this time they are linked to us not only because this conquer, but also because of the culture that we have in common. Also language, Portuguese and Spanish, and we are very near to each other. So in this case, we wanted to unify, to reunite these countries, because also next year we are going to celebrate the 500 years of union. Let's not talk about a conquer. Let's talk about a union of culture.
Union.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So how did this project started and how many countries participated in this?
Okay, this project started because of the Day of the Watercolor. The World Watercolor Day is celebrated on November 23 every year. And this celebration happened to be the initiative of a Mexican, Alfredo Guatirrojo, who passed away many years ago, but he wanted to have a very special day for all artists that practice watercolor. So everything started because of the day, but also because of the pandemic. The pandemic has brought us a difficult time, but also the creativity is now present in ourselves. Why? Because we cannot be together, we cannot have exhibitions, but thanks to technology, we can have now many ways to be in touch and many ways to do things to spread watercolor, our mission, to spread watercolors and to bring together all the countries. In this case, well, the Ibero-American countries. Yes, and you were asking me how many countries are involved in this project. Yes. Well, actually, IWS Ibero-America regions involves 20 countries, but in this project only participated 19. Why? Because one of the countries, Bahamas, couldn't be with us because of the situation of the country. So we have 19 countries here, and I would like to name them all. Yes, yes. Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Cuba, Costa Rica. Let's see if I remember all of them. Costa Rica and Ecuador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela, Panama, and of course, Portugal and Spain. If I forget some country, please forgive me. It is not easy to retain.
I'm sure they must be very happy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what kind of activities did you present it? I mean, what
Well,
kind of
when I
activities?
was thinking in this project, I was also thinking, as I told you, in all the activities that were taking place because of the pandemic. And these activities were always demos and some things, but mainly demos. So I thought that in this case, we should change a little bit. We should offer to the artists that could see our events something else. So I
Right,
started to think about the lectures and also
right.
about galleries. But I thought, well, lecture, galleries, why not more? I was always thinking more and more to be offered to the people, to our audience. So
Yeah.
when I started the project, I said, well, demos, then lectures, and finally we end with a lot of activities. What kind of them? Discussion groups. Well, first we divided the activities in the recorded ones and live
Mm-hmm.
activities. So
Oh,
we
okay.
have discussion groups, talks, and interviews. All of them were live. And also we had demos all recorded and galleries presenting all the artists of each country and some videos with specific subjects. For instance, in Mexico, we presented a video talking about a very important artist in Mexico in the last century, Edgardo Coglan. And he was very
Mhm.
important for us and for watercolor. So we wanted to introduce him to the world. This is just
Yes.
an example, but in
Right.
Brazil, they presented a video talking about
Right.
the influence of other countries in watercolor in Brazil, which was really important. And the video is really creative. I recommend all the audience to see and to search this video of
Okay. Yes,
Brazil.
I think all I also recommend.
Also, we had some clips because always artists are asking about things, about how to handle paper, about how to handle brushes or things, interesting things. So we prepared some clips, 1 minute clips, each one,
Mhm.
and they were giving us tricks, advices, or talking about some historical things related to watercolor. So these clips were really a success. We presented at the end
Great.
48 clips.
Mhm.
Everything is in our channel, in our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So these clips were very, very funny, interesting, and the most viewed during the event. Mhm.
Okay. Yes. How long this all lasted? I mean, your event.
All the
How
event, all the event lasted 5 days, from November 21 to November 25th. Mhm.
great.
We
Mhm.
started at 8 o'clock in the morning, Mexico time, and then we finished every day at 3 o'clock with the live activities at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But the recorded activities finished until 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
Mhm.
How the artist in the Ibero-America reacted to this proposal? I mean, was it tough? I mean, what kind of experience? How did they react it?
Well, the first time I talked to them, um, they well, let me talk about something before. When this pandemic started, I thought we should do something. So I started a project. The first project with many countries was a gallery, a virtual gallery presenting or introducing all the artists of the Latin American countries. But in this case, I decided to add two more countries, not only the Latin American countries. I decided to invite the United States and Canada. So
Okay.
we could present this as a Pan American gallery. All the IWS countries of the American continent working together for giving
Right.
this special gallery to the world. The name of this project was Hope, Colorful Hope. That was the name. They thought we were going to have another gallery. When I started to talk about activities, about live and recorded activities, about demos and clips and many things that each country should present, at the very beginning were quiet, still and quiet. But they say yes. I don't know why. After they told me, they thought I was crazy. When they started to see that there was a plan, there was an organization, because in my mind, I was planning everything. They started to react more thrilled, more enthusiastically. So I started to react also enthusiastically, because I saw they said yes to everything. Not a single activity of what I have proposed was rejected. So we have to do the fine tuning of the whole event. But and this was made by all of us. Since the first meeting, we have had many meetings and Zoom meetings, of course. And we also have some kind of answers for all the leaders and see which activities were best for one or for other country, because not all the countries did the same thing. Some of them told me, I have not the possibility to be there with a gallery, like Cuba. They couldn't, but they participated with a demo and also with some messages that the leader of Cuba, Cesar Tuwi, sent to the world. And that's why how it started to work, because it was not something restrictive. I mean, every country said, I can present this, I can do this, I offer to do this. And this was a very important team job. And everybody was presenting ideas to improve the event. And well, I still have the organization in my mind, the dates and the things we have to do and how we have to do it. So I think they reacted at the very beginning without believing that we could do that. But at the end of the event, they were really happy because this event created a lot of
They could achieve that.
Yes, because we achieved a goal, and our artists, I mean, in every country, were really happy to see that we were working together. We were working together with one goal, watercolor.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and which challenges did you face? I mean, these were all the beautiful things. So there must be some.
The first challenge was to convince the leaders, all the leaders, IWS leaders, to be in this with me. The second challenge was how to manage to organize everything and show to the world that all the leaders, the country leaders were involved in this, and how to show just one image of all of us. So the first thing we have to do, it was to create the channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and make all the leaders admin of these sites in order that they could post everything and were linked to our own pages. I mean, the IWS
social media,
Mexico, IWS Argentina, and so on. That was the first challenge. And then I was thinking, well, if I present this event as Tere Lojero, they should think it is a Tere Lojero or IWS Mexico event. So that was not the idea. The idea was to introduce all the leaders of this region to the IWS family. So I thought, well, a message, a joint message with all of them, and then also an individual message to know the leader of Argentina or of Bolivia and so on. And also try to make them be part of the of the live activities. I mean, if I do all the interviews for the artists, it could be boring for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
I thought it could be good that some of the leaders can lead an interview, a chat, or maybe a discussion group. So we can be together in all the activities of the event. And the third challenge was the time. How can we do everything that we have been thinking of in this time? Because we started our first meeting 2 months before we started the event. So we had only 2 months
2 months.
to do
Yeah.
everything. As you can see, because you have been organizing many events, many big
Right.
events, it was
Right.
a challenge. So every
Yes.
leader has to do a lot of work with their own artists in their own
I'm sure.
countries and
Yes.
do many things. And there was another challenge, the technical challenge that this an event like this involves. I mean, all the design and also all the computers and the platform that we needed to use to be ready to present all the activities, interviews, chats, and so on. I started to work with my team in Mexico. Two of my co-representatives, Patti Vergara and Ceci Pando, they helped me with many things. And also with an engineer that created all the channels and the sites and everything. And
Right.
my son that helped me with the Zoom meetings and everything. So at the very end, we were a very big team working together, all together. Everyone has a task and everyone
Yes.
has accomplished that task. And it was not easy. I must say it was not easy. But at the very end, we accomplished the mission and the goal. Mhm.
That makes you happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think are the most important drivers? I mean, to take you into account when you organize such an event like this? I mean,
Well, yes, the drivers. In this case, as a member of IWS, as leader of IWS Mexico, and as vice president of IWS Globe, my first driver was watercolor, the spread of watercolor. But after
right.
that, one part of our mission as IWS family, bringing together artists. And in this case, not only artists, but also regions and also countries because it is the first time that in IWS, so many countries work together with only one,
Goal.
word,
Yeah.
and one word, watercolor, and one goal, watercolor. So for me, it was the first driver is watercolor, of course. Mm-hmm. And well, and then also the second driver was how to create a community, a watercolor community, where the leaders and the activities can be recognized for everyone. I mean, not only the name Tere Lojero or Megha Kapoor or Graciela Ariza from Argentina. No, the IWS. The IWS making a community, creating an art network and showing to the world how can we work. Because I make part of this, not only the leaders of each branch, but the leaders of the institutions that are now in America. There were 3 institutions in this Iberoamerica region, one in Spain, Cangas de Onís, one in Argentina, that the name is Toast Studio, and one in Bolivia, Selva Marina Studio. So I also included these institutions to work with us because I think as a family, we should include everybody, not only
True.
branches, but also
Yes.
institutions. And that was my idea of working together and spreading watercolor and the regions and artists and countries to the world. And also, Megha, I would like to say that Tatamir Dogan was very important because he is the first drive of these activities. He is reuniting us in a group, and he is working with us. And he sent us a really nice message, and he presented the place where the IWS started. So it was very meaningful having him there in Turkey and supporting our event as a family, as an IWS network.
Yeah. I'm so happy to see this, and I'm so happy to, introduce this event to everyone, because I'm sure that this will be in the history of IWS, will be such an event which actually, bring everyone together and spread love and peace and harmony through watercolors, which is
Yeah.
actually the mission of IWS.
Yeah.
So
And
congratulations. I mean, you did a fantastic job.
thank
Yeah.
you, Megha. And can I add something?
Yeah.
Because when we created the channels, I mean YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram, we started from zero. I mean, no one
Yes.
was part of this
I'm
IWS
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Ibero-America. Yes.
Right.
But right now, I could like to say that in YouTube, in our event, we have 34,000 visits in the YouTube channel. And in Facebook, we had at the very end 63,000 visitors.
So this is,
63,000. That
yeah, this
it
is
you can say
basically
it
a
easily.
success. Yeah. Yeah. It's a
But
huge success. Yeah. That you are able to, bring out so many visitors and bring out uh, everyone to love watercolor artists.
yes, and also Instagram have 500 followers. And finally, Twitter, 8,000 visits. I can say that it was a success. The visitors came from mainly Ibero-America region. I mean, Spain, Portugal, and all the countries that I have
Right.
uh, told.
Mentioned already.
Yes,
Yes.
but also we had visitors because I was seeing statistics, and from Canada, USA, Norway, also
Mhm.
China, Thailand, and Poland, and Russia. And for me, it was a great success because I thought it was going to be only the countries of our region, and it was not true. They were searching for us. And well, one thing I should do and we should think as IWS family is in the language, because in this case was Spanish, mainly Spanish. Because some of the interviews were taken in English. The next time, I think I should think about subtitles or do things in English in order that the whole world can
Yes.
can
Also, India will be then.
yeah, be part of this. And we
Yes.
should think in bigger bands, including many other countries and many other things to know the culture, to know our watercolor, to know the artists, the representatives, and to work
Right.
together to continue creating a big art community. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Tere. It's been great. And I loved this, beautiful, beautiful connecting the world. We connected the world in this interview. We connected everyone. And it was really wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay.
Thank you, Megha. Thank you, Megha, for thinking in us, for thinking of us, and also for spreading this message of creating a community to the world. We are everybody. We are together
Yes.
in this task, and
Right.
thank you again.
Okay. Ciao. Bye bye.